welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. Here's Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo, good boy. When we were last on, we had just left the Prancing Pony here. We had come to turn in the information that we gathered out of the Great Barrow when we were over at Tom Bombadil. We were expecting to speak to Strider, and instead he was gone, and we found Gandalf waiting for us instead. Gandalf warned us that there's a great corruption that had been found. He had found out from Gwaihir the Windlord, the giant eagle, that there was a great corruption to be found out east of Bree along in the Lone Lands, and that we needed to contact one of the other wizards, Radagast the Brown, to see if we could find out what he knew about the corruption and see if he could aid us. He said Radagast was a very difficult person to find, and that the easiest way for us to track him down would be go talk to the ranger Ceradan, and that Ceradan could be found in his cabin north of Bree along the Greenway. Y'all have seen Ceradan's cabin before. In fact, y'all have seen Ceradan before because it's right on the way to the festival grounds. It's where we always take that little shortcut. So what we're going to do is head on up along the Greenway. Sorry, I was getting stuck there for a second. We're going to head along the Greenway here, up north toward with the direction of the festival grounds, and we'll make the little turn right across from Thornley's worksite. And when we get up that area, we will be rejoining you. Okay, we've traveled a good ways up the Greenway here. Just to our left, you'll find there's the Thornley's worksite. Straight ahead of us to the left is Thornley's farm. And just to the right is the little cleft in the hills here, where we always kind of cut to the right and take our little shortcut whenever we're heading over to the festival grounds. And there is Ceradan's cabin. Once we get up to it, I will pull up the map and show you exactly where we are. So if you remember, we loop around the back here, up that hill, and the festival ground is right on over that way. So here's Ceradan, one of the rangers and one of Aragorn's folk. Let me pull up the map here and we'll show you where we are. There you go. See, just right here in that little notch in the hills with the festival grounds just on the other side. Alright, let's click on Ceradan and let's see what he has to say about where Radagast the Brown might be located.
Greetings.
I must confess that I do not know where Radagast was brown when he left here, other than eastward into the Lone Lands. I do know that he was concerned with lightning which he saw upon the peak of Weathertop. One of my kinsmen, Candaith, has already journeyed to Weathertop to investigate. Perhaps Radagast has joined him there. If you wish, my horse would bear you to Candaith's camp. Okay, so Ceradan says that we need to follow along in the footsteps of Radagast and go see the ranger Candaith, who is camped out at the foot of Weathertop. Says we can borrow his horse. So let's see. Take my horse. She will lead you through the northern stretches of Bree and through the Midgewater Pass to Candaith's camp. Alright. Perhaps that must be his horse over here. Okay, I've never taken his horse before, so maybe. Okay, show me your travel destinations.
How can I be of service?
So we use him just like he's a stable master. And it looks like he has one destination, Candaith's encampment. So we will go ahead and travel. And I hope that's not true. We purchased a ride to Candaith's encampment for nothing. That could be a little better phrased, perhaps. Okay, so as you see, we go on past, and here we have entered the festival grounds. I've never taken this horse ride before, so it's going to be interesting to see where it leads us. I know where Candaith's encampment is, at the foot of Weathertop. So it looks like we are definitely going a roundabout way to get there. Unless they have moved him. Or perhaps the horse is just going back to the horse farm up here, Hensteger Farm, to get some fresh oats. Here we are approaching the rear of Weathertop. I'm very surprised. As I said, I never knew you could come around that end. I've always traveled along the roadway there to the south of it. I've never tried to approach it from the north. As you see, there are a lot of purple half-orcs in this area, so it's a good thing that we're on the horse. Otherwise, I got a feeling we would be getting our butt kicked or doing a lot of running, one or the other. We should be coming up on his camp in just a moment here. Hopefully he'll offer a ride back. The Weatherway. Never been that way before. I'm glad to replay this. It's allowing me to see a little bit of Middle Earth that I had not experienced before, even though I've been playing for 5 years now. I was also mistaken about that being Weathertop. Obviously was not, as we are just now entering into the Lone Lands. That was yet another hill with a forgotten ruin on top of it. Now there we go, that is Weathertop. Should be approaching Candate's camp very shortly. There we are. And it looks like he has a horse, so it looks like he may give us a ride back as well. Okay, here's our location. For anybody who's in the area and doesn't take a horse, in the old days you didn't get the horse ride. So let's see what Candate has to say and whether he might have some information about where Radagast the Brown could be located.
What can I do for you?
Radagast the Brown, I have not seen him and know not of his passing, but there's a cold and a shadow that has come to these lands of late. Alright, maybe we did purchase that ride for nothing. Maybe it was a self-fulfilling prophecy there. Ceradan's word comes late to the Lone Lands. If Radagast the Brown passed into these lands, then perhaps hope is not lost in this place. I have returned only recently from a journey in lands far to the east, lands held firmly in the grips of evil. When I returned from that journey, I learned to my dismay that evil does not stir in the east alone. Goblins now roam to the south, while their larger and more ferocious cousins among the orcs spread through the weather hills like a festering plague. I must find the main body of the orcs. If you will assist me in driving back the enemy in these hills, I will begin the search for Radagast the Brown. What say you? Okay, we had to defeat 8 melee white hand orcs and 6 ranged white hand orcs. So, Chapter 1, Rise of the Orcs. It's not like we have a lot of choice to do anything else here, do we? Alright. So, I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee, and when I come back, we will go off seeing if these orcs are going to be of a level that we might actually be able to take on. Or whether, once again, we are going to have to do a little bit of leveling up first. It is a white quest, so it should be close to the level with us. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we are back at Kendaith's camp. We need to go out and see if we can hunt some white hand orcs in the hills west of his camp. So, let's see, west is going to be that way. We can't get up that hill, but maybe we can go up this direction. One thing I do want to do is cut my cloak back on. Help me move a little bit faster while I'm out here. And let's see, we have a yellow bird. That ain't too dangerous. As I've said before, the birds and all are quite white hand pillager. There we go. It's a yellow one. So these might be a little bit on the difficult side. We'll see whether or not he's going to be see how it goes here. See if he's going to be able to see through my stealth or not. Alright, not too bad. Deed Orc Slayer. And he is one that was able to be killed for the quest. Good. I was hoping he would be. So we know where we need to hunt now. 7 more melee orcs, 6 ranged orcs. So hopefully anything we come across that has white hand on it will be fair game for our quest targeting. Let's see what we can find. Oh, well, there we go. A giant encampment of orcs. Who would have thunk it? A foul arrow white hand. I don't want to get too close to him and alert that sentry there. They're yellow, but they're not too tough. Good. Taking him out without too much difficulty here. Alright. So we know where to hunt now, all around this encampment. And that's what I am going to be doing. Just trying to take out the outskirts of them. And I will just shut up and get on with it. Fortunately, the game is a little bit fair in that it does treat the ranged, any of the ranged combat, the ranged missile firing orcs and goblins and that sort of stuff as being just as squishy as one of the free peoples is. So it was nice. It is nice to see that they take that into account. They don't arm them with a whole bunch of nasty heavy armor that you have to hack your way through. If a free people would have to wear squishy leather armor, so does the mob. Picked up a trait there, it says cunning wound. We'll have to take a look and see what it was. So we also got our reputation increased with the Aglain. The Aglain are the people that live in this area out here in the Lone Lands. So we'll take a look here at the end and see exactly what it was that that trait was all about. This should finish up the melee. It seems to be quite a surplus of them out here. Not a whole lot of missile types. We may have to get closer to camp to see about getting more of those underneath our blade. I was hoping some more would spawn up there, but it looks like that one's on a slow rotation. Alright, there's our foul arrow. So we should be able to take this one out, and then hopefully the one at the camp up there will respawn. A little bit too long. Hovered around and he saw us. These yellow mobs, you got to kind of attack them quick to keep them from seeing through your stealth. Okay, 3 more. Let's see if another one has spawned up top of the camp yet. And there he is. Okay, only 2 more, and we can report back to Candaith, and hopefully he'll have some better news for us. And to watch your footing up here, there are a few long fatal falls that would not be nice to take. I think Glumhallow here is also an area. There's like the places of the Lone Lands. I think Glumhallow is one of them. Let's take a look and see. Oh. Realized we were full already. What have we got? Oh, that's a request. We can get rid of this. This was a quest back in the Springfest, so we can definitely get rid of that. Let us see if we can find one more ranged orc. One right over there. And these are also, as you notice, white hand orcs that have the white hand upon their equipment. I wonder where they came from. Definitely shows Sharky's influence in these parts. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can can get back to Candace without attracting too much undue attention. And I will rejoin you when we get back to his camp and report in. Alright, we're back at Candace's camp. And just out of curiosity, does it seem like the Rangers spend an awful lot of time just sitting around campfires and standing about? I've yet to see any of them actually do very much. Let's see if he's got any news since we've been wiping out the orc threat for him. I thank you, Gnarlo, but my thanks are tempered with concern. I have never seen a force of orcs like this in Eriador before today, organized and well provisioned. They hold an encampment and an outlet within the Midgewater Pass and bear a strange charge on their banners and shields, one that I have not seen before. Their numbers at this camp are great, but the day may come when we can drive them howling from the Lonelands. Not today, I fear, but perhaps not so far off. There is another matter that demands our attention, an urgent matter. We will see to the destruction of their camp in the Midgewater Pass later. Well, I'm very grateful and quite surprised that he did not want to send me out to destroy the camp single-handedly. Chapter 2, An Orc Messenger. As I began my search for Radagast near the Midgewater Pass, I witnessed an orc messenger depart in great haste. Quickly I followed, trailing him eastward along the shoulder of the hills and then south, but my search was interrupted. I could follow no further, for foul cribane circled above, and to be discovered would do greater injury to our work here than I can permit. Once again I must call upon your aid. The messenger likely carries with him orders to the outlying camps. If you can intercept the messenger, we may learn the nature of these orders. So armed, we will be better equipped to deal with the orc threat. Search among the orc camps in Glumhallow to the west, and return to me with the orders this messenger surely possesses. I will seek sign of Radagast's passage elsewhere. Alright, so we have to go back into the camps that we just left and see if we can't find an orc messenger carrying orders. So, I think that's where we're going to leave it for this time. We will join you next time as we continue doing the Rangers' job for them. And hopefully find out where this Radagast person might be. So we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you then.